Hello. Yes, good morning, everybody. I hope you can hear my voice and also see my screen clearly. So this is 29th of September. So I want us to start analysis with the chart on the screen. We'll start off with the Euro NZD. We never always look at this. Today we want to look at it. So on this chart, basically, we'll look at it from the 1 hour time frame. It looks like the price, based on the indicator which you have on our screen, the price is overbought. So I'm using the Bollinger Bands indicator. This is a normal trend indicator. The period I'm using for this indicator is actually 200. So I'm using period for the Bollinger Bands, it is 200, and then the deviation is 3. Then I've applied all these settings to the closing price. So I'm basically using the Bollinger Bands indicator with a period of 200 and deviation of 3. I've applied everything to the close price. So the idea behind this indicator is actually to help us find overbought areas and also oversold areas. I know most of us are wondering because normally the indicators we use for this are on a separate window below here, like the RSI or the stochastic, but this time I'm using the Bollinger Bands to actually find the overbought or oversold areas. So as it is now on this set, look at what we have. The price is basically just touched the upper band, which is here. So when the price was set, this was actually a good place to look for a sell from. When the price was touching the upper band, which was somewhere here, this was actually the correct place to be looking for a sell from. If you didn't sell it there, you still have the opportunity to sell it. If the price attempts to come back to the same place, then this may still be a very good place to sell from. So this is really useful because it helps us find overbought areas and oversold areas. Like when the price was here, this was actually an overbought area. The price came up, it moved even higher than we expected. So if you are here on this chart when this was happening, you could have actually taken a sell here. The other symbol which I want us to look at, the next thing which, if you sell it here, actually wait for price to go down at least up to this point here. So if you pick a sell when the price is here, hold on to that sell at least up to this point here. If the price breaks beyond this level, expect it to continue to the upper side. So the next symbol which I'd like us to look at is Euro USD. The same principle is still the same. We see that the price is actively in an active downtrend. Just a second. Let me clear my chart because there are a lot of arrows on my screen, so I have to remove all of them. Look at what's happening here. The price actually went below the middle band. It pulled back to it, gave us a sell signal here. It continued down, it came back to the same band, continued down, pulled back, continued down, got to an oversold level, then it continued down before coming back. So basically we'd like to see price pull back at least up to this point here, or continue down up to the lower band to mark an oversold area. So as it is now, there is no oversold. The price is almost touching the lower band. So this means we are approaching a possible place for looking for a buy, a possible area where we do expect a correction to emerge from. So if the price touches the lower band, that's if the price comes down up to this point and touches this band here, then this should give us the correct place to look for a buy from. So this will be the ideal place where we actually want to look for a buy from. So we'll be waiting here. If the price touches this band, we'll look for a buy at least up to the middle band. The next symbol is GBP USD. So with the GBP USD so far, you can see that we actually hit the overbought area yesterday, oversold area here. but the price didn't pull back up as we expected it. Instead it continued down, so we are waiting for like another touch here. Sorry about that. We are waiting for another touch here. If the price touches the lower band again, then this will give us the ideal place to look for a buy from. So as it is now, we just want to see what happens. This will be a good place to look for a buy from, at least up to the middle band. The other symbol is the US dollar Japanese yen. So the same thing which is happening on GBP USD is almost the same thing which is happening on the US dollar Japanese yen. The only difference that the US dollar is upwards, while the the GBP USD is actually bearish. So we want to also to see a touch of the upper band. If that happens, we want to see the upper band being touched. When that happens, then we want to look for a sell position. So this is a continuation to the upper side. We are still upwards. Euro USD we are still downwards. GBP USD we are still downwards, and the other one we saw was Euro NZD. We are expecting a sell. So the other symbol which I want to look at, I want us to look at gold. So gold, so far we are bearish. We have an active downtrend. I'm saying we are bearish because you can see here the price actually crossed below the middle band. It went down, touched this oversold area, then it came back up to the middle band. It went down to our oversold area before coming back. So we expect price to at least continue down and even touch this lower band for the first time today. If this happens, if the price continues down and touches this lower band, then that will be the ideal place to look for a buy from. So we just want to see what happens if the price continues down and touches this point here. Then this will give us the ideal place to look for a buy from. So gold is bearish. The next symbol which I want us to look at is SP500. So with the SP500, somehow looks like we are bearish, but I don't recommend a sell on this chart, as I normally say. I want us to look for buy positions only. So that would mean if the price comes down and touches the lower band, then this will be the ideal place to consider buy from. So we just want to look for a buy. When the price touches it, we'll be picking a buy position. The next symbol is the Brent oil. So the Brent oil, so far you can see that actually the theory that we had, that anytime the price touches the upper band, it is oversold. You can see that it actually played out here well. The price touched it, we had some correction. It continued up, almost touched it, we had some correction. It continued down, it almost touched it, and you can see that the price actually corrected itself massively to the lower side. So this is the theory behind everything. Anytime the price attempts to touch the upper band, then that is always the correct time to consider a trade from. You can see in the past that anytime the price touches that band, let's see, anytime the price touches the upper band, it tends to correct itself to the opposite direction. We'll make this 3, sorry, we'll make this 2.7, sorry. Okay, look at this. At this point here, the price almost touched it, it almost touched it, it touched it, it touched it. You can see the lower one, it touched it, then there's a correction, it touched it, there's a correction, it touched it again, then there's a correction. We have the same one here, it touched it, there was a move to the upper side, it touched it here, it continued down, but it came back again upwards. So there are cases where it may fail, like here the price was overbought, it was oversold, it continued down to be oversold before eventually returning back to the upper side. We have this here, it was overbought, there was massive correction, it was overbought, there was a massive correction. The same thing happened here. So thank you very much. This should bring us to the end of today's analysis. We'll meet again in the afternoon. So if you would like to learn how to use the Bollinger Bands for intraday trading, that's for daily trading, then please ensure you attend our webinar for the afternoon. We'll try to expand on this. So thank you very much. We'll meet again tomorrow at the same time.